I think you're gonna do something for us, Burton, man. DG, do the Scouse accent. I can't do a Scouse accent. Right back, right back, right back, lad. I can't do no Scouse accent. Sound that, lad? I don't know. That definitely ain't Scottish. Mikel Arteta on how to evolve the squad to compete in all competitions. Squad quality and availability. Amen. Without those two, you cannot compete in 4 competitions at this level, especially in this country. Impossible. Both are as important as the other. The higher the quality, the higher the availability. The more chances and probability you have. After that, you have to do it, but the probability is high. So yeah, we need a bigger squad. And it goes back to what we say. We need quality and quantity, man. Seen him try to, yeah, Yoni, you're horrible, man. Pronunciation police, tab police. Your RAM must be solid. I don't know if that's a pause, but I'm going to throw that out there. But yeah. Hey, this is what we do, mate. This is what we do. Tab police, look away now, man. We got better ops on YouTube. But anyways, again, on Thomas Partey, has there been any progress on a new deal? Yes, there's progress with all the players. I leave that to Andrea and the club to decide and talk about. So the intention is to keep him. The intention is very clear. Answered it, but didn't answer it. The locker room doesn't trust Carlo Ancelotti after the Arsenal game and believes that the approach was non-existent. Crazy. Second year in the Champions League under the gaffer, and they're questioning this legendary gaffer in Carlo. This is what Arsenal are doing. We've obviously gone over the Berta thing. He has changed our ideas and our plans. But once again, those were already discussed with him, yes. But I hope that he has many more ideas, plans, surprises, positive ones, uses his experience, his creativity, and his intuition to help us make the right calls. I think it's an opportunity. Somebody else comes in with different ideas, different methods, different ways of working, and other priorities as well in the way that we work. I hope this makes us better. Big up yourself, my dude. On the appeal of new signings, I'm not being funny, bro. I'm not. Don't take the piss. We're Arsenal Football Club. Even when we were shit, we still sign ballers. Now that we're lit, we're still signing ballers. It might not be the ballers we want, but this club is attractive off its own back, especially with what the manager's doing and what the club's doing. Obviously, if you want to do that, historically in the London factor, don't take the piss out of my football club and talk about, yeah, because we beat Real Madrid, man, not on joining us. Of course, it gasses them more, but allow it, man. We are very lucky because we're at a football club that every time I've spoken to players, they want to be part of it. I think overall, we're already so strong that we can attract any player. Come on, Bossy, you can do that. Arsenal have earned 117 million in prize money from the Champions League so far this season. Cronkies, see how much bread you can get. If we're not happy to just be in the club, but if we want to buy out the bar, sporting excellence on the pitch, we can do things. We've gone over Jorginho, but yeah, it's looking touch and go with PSG. I'm just happy to talk about Berta in it. Rayan Cherki. For me, when this loads, if it loads, I want him at the football club. Apparently, Liverpool and Man United are among the clubs competing for the signature of him this summer. Apparently, he's available at a discount. I want him. Arsenal and Liverpool, again, tab police, man. Tabs, come on. Trying to give people content. Apologies, people. We have to wait. Patience is a virtue, but too much patience can hurt you. Smash the like button. Arsenal and Liverpool have both grown concerned over Cunha's attitude and are wary of meeting Wolves' 63 million asking price, people. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let me stop reading and just wait a bit. Apologies, people. We're going to get there, though. I try my best for you lot. Arsenal would only be willing to sell Saliba to Madrid if they paid a massive fee plus sent Arda Güler and Endrick in exchange. What do you lot make of that? What's that? The you that said he grew up watching Bobby Charlton. Ain't that? I haven't seen you play football. You might be the guy Martinelli nutmegged. I don't know. And when last did we see Martinelli bring out the Brazilians, as I refer to it as? Agendas have to agenda. It's not about what rivals say. We can't keep getting close and then just not winning it, bro. The fans and players don't deserve that. Amen. We need to win it. That's my thing. I think we're conflating the two. We want to win it for ourselves, but I do think we need to stop looking at whatever they say. Barcelona allegedly have dropped out of the race to sign Athletic Bilbao's 22-year-old winger Nico Williams. His most likely destination is the Prem. We win the Prem. The Prem, definitely not. We win the champs. They win the Bilbao, win the Europa. He comes over here, mate. Let's talk into existence. This is what happens when you let Jude Bellingham control the dressing room vibes. Oh, look at me. I'm Jude Bellingham. I'm tucking in my shirt. And what's more moist than him tucking in his shirt? Bro, a man's tucking his shirt into his tracksuit pre-game. What a twat. So Bukayo Saka has created the most chances in the Premier League this season per 90, 1.25, clear of Kevin De Bruyne with 0.91. And you know what's mad? These men have had injury. Well, yeah, they've had injury hit seasons. Crazy. I was at this game. I have to keep saying that. He's got the streets, man. Bukayo, we've gone over the Kai Havertz thing. I did get a glance of that. We have gone over the Thomas Partey thing. I did get a glance at that. I don't know why it's not loading, but we did go over Calafiori. We hope he's back to full fitness. You gonna load, mate? Are you gonna do me dirty? Oh, okay. I was losing faith there. It's only Calafiori. Again, Real Madrid couldn't defeat us on the pitch, but it seems like they're trying to fight us off it when this loads, people. Allegedly, Martin Zubimendi is prioritizing Real Madrid. Real Madrid are very interested and have explained their plans to him. Based on what I've seen from them, they need a player like you, you know. They actually need you. David Ornstein has probably been speaking, people. I don't care about Marcus Rashford in the sense of this video. Big up yourself. Somebody asked Ornstein a question and he said, well, the question is, are Arsenal likely to pursue other midfielders after losing out on Nepan to Villa? Are Thomas Partey and Jorginho going to be replaced with just Zubimendi, or is another midfielder on the cards? Nepan wasn't being targeted because Arsenal absolutely needed him as an immediate midfielder option. He was more a market opportunity for a young talent, the likes of which you could say they need to be better at recruiting. So if he goes to Villa, which is the direction of travel, or elsewhere, it doesn't mean Arsenal will automatically seek an alternative. That said, the potential exits of two such experienced and high quality players presumably will give Arsenal food for thought in that area. What food for thought? If they've been watching my videos, which they're not, there's a running joke with you that I've been crying for two midfielders way before we even all knew what a Zubimendi was, and you lot the same. If the expected arrival of Zubimendi happens, they would have him, Declan and Marino, plus others who can operate in that area if required. But I don't want to have to flirt between Ranieri and Odegaard moving and whatnot. And I'm not saying I don't want to see that and Havertz and Marino. I want to have Declan Rice, Marino, Zubimendi, someone else. And then by all means, if you can mix and blend the other roles, why not, people? I wouldn't say that is selling ourselves short, because there are people that can cover Lewis Skelly as well. But I want that to be an added bonus. Who said you can't have your cake and eat it? Whoever made that saying up must have been defeated, I guess. That's a strong unit, but perhaps leaves them a bit short for the rigors of trying to compete for domestic and European honours. It wouldn't surprise me if further reinforcements are sought, but I don't have any particular information on that as things stand. Florian Wirtz, everybody wants him, people. He said he has no idea if he's open to joining Leverkusen. We know he costs a lot of money. I'm just trying to see if there's any more Arsenal-related things here. Following Berta's appointment as Arsenal sporting director, as the interest in Benjamin Sesko cooled, additionally, is there any appetite at Arsenal to bring in a world-class winger this summer? Ornstein replied, just because Mikel Arteta really likes Alexander Isak and it emerged that Berta is a big fan of Gyokeres, there's no reason to think Sesko is still not in the mix. Given all the work they've done on him, I'm sure he will be, and rightly so. He's a top talent. These situations can fluctuate. There are many factors and moving parts. Multiple names will be in the frame. We also hear there's admiration for Hugo Ekitike at Eintracht Frankfurt, for example, and that's natural. Who wouldn't like him? It doesn't mean there's a clear direction of travel yet. We'll try to keep you across the situation as it evolves. I mean, United have been linked with Delap. Is there anything else Arsenal related? This is all Man United. Okay. This isn't Arsenal related, but it touches on Rafa Leao and more importantly, Nico Williams. Leao has been tracked by most of the top clubs, but for various reasons, a move away from Milan has never occurred. I'm not aware of Chelsea being active on this at the moment. They've long been in the mix for Williams, while Jamie Gittins of Dortmund is also among other multiple options the Stamford Bridge hierarchy likes and is considering. Chelsea have been signing a lot of people that have been at City for a time. Gittins has been at Reading, he's been at City, and obviously he's gone to Dortmund. I'm not sure Osimhen's salary would work for Chelsea and other potential suitors, with quite a few people you speak to in the Premier League predicting he'll end up in Saudi Arabia. So can forget the Osimhen thing for some of you. What else is there? Okay, there doesn't appear to be anything else in that regard. I think in this he spoke about the Bournemouth defender, people. We did silence the Bernabeu. Shh. Thank you. Tell Carvajal. Somebody's got a. So whose username? Suck your mum. You see this? Carvajal. Suck your mum, Porter Marjorie. Because what you was doing to Saka. So yeah, we did a madness, but I saw something about Hoiston. Yeah, Van Dijk signed a new deal. Where's the Hoiston thing? Apparently, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur all interested. 50 million release clause. So it's mainly just saying the same thing. He's born in Holland, played for Spain. We know that. So yeah, everybody and their dog's just interested in him. So there's nothing really there. Miles Lewis Skelly, and if it opens, almost there, folks. What are you lot saying, by the way? Saka thinks he's in, bro. Any news regarding Gyokeres? We're gonna get there. Tranquillo, Bueno, and Gyokeres. I love Bueno, but I want a pure 1v1 demon-y kind of winger. And then if you could get Alex Bueno, who He's more like a wide playmaker, can play 10. I'm on that as well. Lewis Skelly is the only defender in the Premier League this season to not be dribbled past once, minimum 15 plus appearances. Calm. Calm, I'm on that. We've gone over the Napan stuff, so I won't bore you lot. We've gone over the Hugo Ekitike stuff. We've definitely gone over Benjamin Sesko when it wants to open up. Zubimendi will do nada in this league. Just watch. Just need him to be a decent midfielder. So yeah, it's still unclear who we're going to get in that regard. Keeping up the theme with Thomas Partey, we did see Mikel Arteta is quite evasive. You are hearing rumours. We don't know where his contract is, but Thomas Partey's return to Atletico Madrid is becoming increasingly likely. His performance last night at the Bernabeu has not only pushed the club to go all in for his signing in the coming months. Atletico wants him to be the anchor around which to build next season's project, and it seems like Griezmann's staying there as well. Again, keeping up the propaganda, Rayan Cherki's been badding up the Europa League from assists, goal involvements, big chances, open play. I mean, the man's amazing, man. I'm on signing him. We've gone over that already. But once again, on the striker search, if it went over anyone's head, Ornstein said in conclusion, just because Arteta really likes Isaac and it emerged that Berta is a big fan of Gyokeres, there's no reason to think Sesko is smashed the like button. Sesko is still not in the mix. Given all the work they've done to him, I'm sure he'll be there. These situations can fluctuate. There are many factors and moving parts. Multiple names will be in the frame. We also hear there's admiration for Ekitike, for example. It doesn't mean there's a clear direction of travel. So yeah, bro, I'm excited, man. Gone over that already. Big up Kivior and Saliba. They've got quite the record, haven't they, people? They're unbeaten in the 10 games they've played together, which includes Sporting, Sheffield United, Preston, United, Fulham, Monaco, Everton, Real Madrid, Brentford, and Real Madrid twice. Mazza. Big up Kivior, Polish Maldini. I need to buy you a drink, Kivior, man. Like, you need a pint on me. I did you dirty. Lewis Skelly toying with midfielders. Closest they got to one of our players. In fact, now, to be fair, it was when Saka missed the Panenka, people. On the topic of Real Madrid are long-term admirers of William Saliba, and imminent moves such as in this summer's transfer window remains unlikely. Arsenal are aware of Madrid's interest, but remain confident they'll be able to reach an agreement with Saliba on a new contract. If Madrid are to land him, as with Kylian Mbappe beforehand at PSG, they hope Arsenal are unable to extend Saliba's contract, enabling them to I'm going to say ensnare. I'm going to just say snatch him for a lower fee next summer or for nothing in 2027. And they've shown their weight. What's this? What is this? Bournemouth are resigned to losing Hudson this summer, but the 20-year-old prefers a move to another Premier League club over a switch to Bayern or Real Madrid. Does he not think he's ready? In all the comments, all he keeps saying is he's talking about Real Madrid. So if they were legitimately interested in him, why would they not go for him? Arsenal are ready to compete with Chelsea for the signature of Barcelona defender Conde and are prepared to spend 75 million euros. Yeah. Do we believe that? Man City are ready to pay Leverkusen 150 million euros asking price for Wirtz and pay him 25 million a year per salary. Pep has explained to Wirtz how he would fit into the system and replace De Bruyne. Forget that. Come and join our system. Arsenal are confident that Zubimendi's move will be completed by early June. Negotiations are progressing well to make the midfielder their first signing on a busy summer. That is being reported by TalkSport. I don't buy anything that links Newcastle's top players away, but we've been linked with Anthony Gordon before. Allegedly, Newcastle United will entertain offers for Gordon this summer if they are forced to make sales to comply with PSR. I don't believe that, but fair play. We've gone over the Atletico Madrid stuff with Thomas Partey. I don't think that's bad. You lot would have seen Gyokeres scored his 6th hat-trick of this season last night against Morinese. I tried. God loves a trial. I'm not gonna lie. The defending was Fugazi. Gordon not an Arteta player. You reckon? I disagree. I disagree. I think he works hard off the ball. I think he'll do his defensive shift. I do think Gordon needs to reach higher levels of consistency. I think he's a bloody good player, but I disagree. I think Arteta would work with that, if I'm honest with you. 75 million for another right back. Crazy. Saliba, don't do us dirty. I hope he doesn't, but does he ask anything? And free transfers are becoming the norm. Next season, in my opinion, first 11, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Rice, Partey, Saka, Bueno, Lewis Skelly, Gyokeres. We need to get Gyokeres and Bueno through the door if that's the case. Big up Lewis Skelly. I don't think Tierney is going to be here. We don't know with Partey either, my dude. But yeah, Gyokeres is doing his thing. 13 GA in just 7 games. Yeah, you can say it's a Fugazi league, but at the end of the day, he'd score goals here, innit? Chelsea are interested in signing Gyokeres, but the Sporting striker prefers a move to rivals Arsenal, allegedly, people. And apparently, the price tag for Hugo Ekitike, off topic, has been risen to 100 million euros versus 80 that was previously reported. What is it saying here? What the hell is this? Come on, Daily Mirror, man. This is about Gyokeres. What's going on? Gyokeres makes statement on summer transfer as Arsenal eye special agreement. Let's cut to the tosh. Gyokeres insists no one can predict what will happen after hitting another hat trick with interest in him. Mountain. He has bagged against City as well in the champs, a hat trick at that. He's linked with Arsenal and Man United, where his former manager is. Despite that, and we know Berta's apparently keen on him. Despite that, the 26-year-old has remained tight-lipped on his future and insists that no forecast can be made regarding his next move. No one can predict what will happen. We enjoy the moment. To be fair, he's focused on achieving of whatever he's achieving in Portugal with obviously Sporting. So it doesn't make sense him chatting really. What he's saying privately, if he was his friend or whatnot, who knows? He's been linked with United. That's inevitable. Arsenal, meanwhile, have continued to invest and will again have Champions League revenue. Their failure to sign a striker last summer has come back to bite them, true. And they're linked with a number of prolific frontmen, Gyokeres among them. After staying put in January, it was reported by The Sun that the Portuguese giants were willing to allow his exit should they receive a fee of between 55 to 70 million. As a show of gratitude towards the Swede, Gyokeres was asked about such agreement and he said, I can't say anything about that. Maybe he's being honest, but we don't know. Fabrizio has said that Gyokeres can leave Sporting for a fee of 65 million euros or 70 million quid package with add-ons in the summer. We've said we don't know about the agreement. He don't know about the agreement, but we'll have to see. He's someone that's going to be... You're going to see his picture in a lot of thumbnails across the summer from myself. Dean Heitson is set to join a Premier League club. Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs and United. Real Madrid like him, but they think his 58 million price is too high, and they're not even sure they want a centre-back this summer. You can see the 5 goals against a team with no striker, bro. You need to be fixing up defense. Real Madrid are preparing to go all out to beat Arsenal in the summer for Zubimendi. So, yeah, that's being reported. We'll have to see how that works. Talks between Arsenal and Lewis Skelly are underway as a new deal is considered just a matter of time. Berta will lead the process with the club, and the player is very happy. Arteta considers him as a key piece of his team also in the future. I think my hot take is I think he's already showing he's a leader. I think he's going to jump the levels in terms of the senior kind of leadership group, and obviously Odegaard's going to be here for a minute, but I see no reason as to if this guy doesn't carry on, why you can't be a future captain for this football club. Apparently it's not only Atletico Madrid from Spain that like Partey, but also Barcelona. Apparently they're interested in him, and apparently Partey is taking his time over his future. Apparently he's stalled on an Arsenal deal, allegedly, people. The Ghanaian midfield has been offered a 1-year extension by the Gunners with the option of a further year. However, sources with knowledge of the situation have told Football Transfers that Partey is yet to accept the deal as he is carefully considering his next steps. A key meeting took place in January, during which the club formally presented their offer to Partey. The players' camp did not immediately provide a positive response, which I don't know if this is right, but there you have it. And again, while his time at the Emirates since his move from Atletico Madrid has been hit by recurring injuries, this season we know he's been fit and firing. And apparently Barcelona are looking at him, people, which Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, I couldn't begrudge you. Maybe even Real Madrid, I'm capping a bit. So yeah, everybody's reporting that Zubimendi is reportedly eager to snub Arsenal in order to join Real Madrid. Fair enough, Madrid and Madrid. There's rumours about Alonso and whatnot. We have previously heard that we're positive. Discussions have been held. We're going to trigger his release clause of 60 million. Real Madrid are known admirers. Equally, there's also rumors that say Real Madrid are not as keen. We'll never know, people, but that is what's being reported. I mean, if Zubimendi's your guy, go all out for him, but then I also have to see you pivot. It's as simple as that. We've gone over Gyokeres. Everybody's getting hijacked. Look, hijacks. Everything is a hijack. Big up Eddie Howe, people, and I hope he's doing all right. Apparently, he has told the board he wants to keep his best players this summer, including Isaac, who's been linked with Liverpool and Arsenal. Gittins' price has been dropped to 50 million. He's been linked with Arsenal, more so Chelsea and Bayern Munich. Zubimendi is prioritizing a move to Real Madrid, as we've gone over. I felt this was a bit left field, and I wouldn't mind it, actually, if I'm honest with you, for the squad. Allegedly, Arsenal are closely monitoring the progress of Brentford defender Nathan Collins ahead of a potential summer transfer deal. Wouldn't mind that, to be fair, for the squad. Zubimendi is the type of player Xabi Alonso likes, and the club considers the midfield incomplete without a controlling player, which is like me. Chelsea have joined the race to sign Hato, and Liverpool and Arsenal are apparently involved in that. Smash the like button. Real Madrid are onto us, as you can see. Apparently, they love Garcia. Now, Garcia's been linked with Arsenal, with Leverkusen, with Atletico Madrid, with Real Madrid, with Manchester United, and so on and so forth, people. Marseille's forward Luis Enrique has been linked with Arsenal, Newcastle, and Aston Villa. I've read this before. I won't read it again. Also, people, I think Inter Milan are accelerating talks. We've been linked with Ousmane Dembele. Yeah, you're going to leave at PSG for us, where you're finally comfortable at PSG. I don't know. But it's nice to see him buy into stuff defensively, and I wouldn't be against it. We're among the clubs showing an interest in, allegedly, Ousmane Dembele. Fair play. 27 years of age, wouldn't mind you. Be a scary sight with the players we've got. Wouldn't mind it. But for the wages, for what you've got going on, and you're a key player to Luis Enrique, I can't see it happening. We're aiming to reach our second women's Champions League final after 06-07, people. One of you said in the chat we're losing to Lyon, so hopefully that's not the case. Arsenal could pivot away from signing Nico Williams to Ousmane Dembele. Silly season is upon us. Apparently, Brentford are braced for offers on Embuemo and Visa this summer. Anyone having anyone? Embuemo's the one for me, people. 52 goals for them. They're not missing Ivan Toney. Nottingham Forest had a bid for Visa rejected in January, and Embuemo's been linked with Arsenal, United, and Newcastle, but Brentford are understood to have never received a formal bid for the Cameroonian. Brentford are resigned to the likelihood of interest in both players resurfacing this summer, and the club is succession planning as normal in case a high enough offer prompts them to sell either asset. The likes of Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool, as well as a host of major clubs on the continent will be in the market for attackers. Thomas Frank has reportedly insisted publicly on multiple occasions that Embuemo and Visa are not for sale. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. You back Brentford to replace them, but yeah. Allegedly, we're set to miss out on Sesko as Manchester United sporting director Christopher Vival is pushing to sign him in the summer. So there's a fight for a player. Everybody wants everyone is what I'm learning here, people. Arteta willing to sell Saliba to Real Madrid. This is that Arda Güler thing. Yeah, F him right, mate. F him right. Arteta expects surprises from Berto. We've definitely gone over that. And what is this? We have placed a serious offer on the table for Nico Williams. With Barca's inactivity, Arsenal decided to take action. The London club, which has previously expressed interest, is willing to make a firm offer as soon as the summer transfer window opens. According to sources close to the player, the Gunners see Williams or Nico as a player to strengthen their flanks and are willing to pay the players 58 million euros release clause. Mikel Arteta has asked the club to make an effort to sign the Spanish international. He believes his profile would fit perfectly into Arsenal's system. Speed, youth, and room for improvement. Furthermore, the possibility of playing in the Champions League and competing for titles in England is increasingly appealing to the player. We'll have to see, man. We would have to see. I don't know, man. We'd have to see. But I'd play him off the left. Obviously, he can play on the right and add an option in that. What's this? This has said we've been dealt a blow. Let's see what's going on. It's silly season, as we can see. What's this? I mean, Ollie Watkins is not playing a lot at Aston Villa. I think Emre's come out and spoken in relation to that. I only mentioned that because I just saw something there. Arsenal have been dealt a blow in their bid to sign Nico Williams this summer, as the winger is considering a move no one saw coming amid interest from Man City. Man City are also thought to be keen on him. I mean, he's been linked with everyone. What do we feel about that? And we all know about his 200 grand a week wages, man. Part of Nico's change of perspective is motivated by the team's excellent moment. Atletico's club is living one of its best seasons in years. And there's also been rumors he's going to sign a lifetime contract as well. It is qualified for the semi-finals of the Europa League, fights at the top of the table in La Liga, and has the chance, or better yet, the ticket for the next Champions League very close. Ernesto Valverde's project convinces, and in the locker room, you can breathe ambition. Why leave now if the best moment is yet to come, is the question that hangs around in Nico's environment. At 22 years of age, he still has room for growth and knows that as a reference of the team, he can continue to shine in an environment he has known since he was a kid. From the Athletic Club, there has already been first contacts made to try and renew Nico. You know that release clause is going up. They know that if they want to maintain it, they must offer him a contract that is up to the interest he has aroused abroad. Adjustments to his termination clause there, so his release clause, smash the like button and subscribe, and a considerable improvement in his salary are also proposed. Nico, for his part, is open to listening, although he has not closed the door to leaving in the future. He does not rule out staying in the short term. As long as a competitive project is guaranteed, his family, with Inaki as a reference within the club, also plays a key role in his decision. So there's a lot of rumors and whispers. We're plotting a move to sign a world-class midfielder. Who? I don't want to hear nothing about Zubimendi, but They're serious about their ambitions to win the Premier League. Partey's had a good season, but is he a top-tier player? They think they can do better. It looks like he's going to leave, and so is Jorginho. Declan Rice does a lot for that midfield. He works so hard and does a bit of everything. They want a midfielder who's going to get the best out of his qualities and abilities, so he doesn't have to cover for anybody else who might not be pulling their weight. If they can bring in a world-class midfielder, which is what they want, it would improve them significantly and help them title challenge. And yeah, we're still linked with Arda Güler, folks. What's this? Okay, we've gone over the Gyokeres thing. We know we're keen on him. We know David Ornstein said Gyokeres is liked by Berta. Arsenal look to have been handed a huge boost, as it looks like Ollie Watkins will be available this summer. You'd imagine he'd be moving on, if I'm honest with you. We've been linked with a whole bunch of strikers, people, and you know what's going on. So